Hey everyone. Today I want to talk about a frustrating issue that some of you might have encountered with F1 TV, the error code BM2001. It's one of those errors that can really throw a wrench in your streaming plans, especially if you're trying to catch all the live race action. I experienced this myself on a Firestick while using a VPN to get around some regional restrictions, and I know I'm not the only one dealing with it. Every few minutes, the stream would suddenly cut out with a message about reaching the maximum number of streams, and it left me wondering if there was something wrong with my setup or if it was just an issue on F1 TV's end. The problem seems to be a mix of factors. Some users have mentioned that even after reinstalling the app, the error stubbornly persists. There have been suggestions out there about changing the language setting to English, which apparently resolves the issue for some viewers. It makes you think about how many little details can affect something as seemingly straightforward as streaming a race. I also noticed that while streaming on certain devices like my Apple TV, the error crops up, but on other devices like an iPhone or even a PC, everything seems to work just fine. It's almost as if the app handles different operating systems in very unique ways. And that just adds another layer of frustration when you're in the middle of an intense race. For those of you using VPNs, there's a bit of extra complexity. Some viewers reported that switching VPN servers or even changing the VPN provider helped them overcome the error. However, if you're not using a VPN at all, then you might be experiencing a regional or device-specific glitch that F1 TV needs to address. It can be really disheartening, especially when you're all geared up to watch a race and then you get hit with an error message that seems to come out of nowhere. I think it highlights how streaming services are still evolving, and sometimes the technology behind live sports just isn't keeping pace with the demand. So, if you're stuck with error code BM2001, I recommend trying a few different things. Switching your language settings, testing a different device if possible, or even tweaking your VPN settings if you're using one. And of course, always check the latest updates from F1 TV support because sometimes these issues get patched with a quick update. I know it can be really annoying, but hang in there, and hopefully, a permanent fix is just around the corner. Thanks for listening, and if you have any other tips or tricks that have helped you get around this error, drop a comment below. See you next time.